Welcome to the Keith Noble Show, brought to you by Auto Chicks and the Nobles Financial Network. Look them up on Facebook. So let's talk today about student debt and this discharging it. Quite a thread blew up on the Nobles Financial Network on Facebook the last week. I think it got shared over 150,000 times. About maybe 15 million people saw the thread. And thousands of comments on it about discharging student debt. Now, that was immoral. It basically is Ben Crenshaw saying, you have a third of the people with the student debt. You have two-thirds of the people who either didn't acquire debt or paid their debt off. And the one-third thinks the other two-thirds should pay for their debt. And he said that's immoral. Now, a lot of people thought that was wrong. So let's delve into this a little bit. Because there's so many things here. So the first thing that strikes me from all these comments on that thread, from people defending the discharge of federal debt, who want their debt discharged, is the utter lack of understanding of finance, of credit markets, of rehypothecation, collateralization, the complete misunderstanding, lack of understanding of how the debt program even works, even though they're part of it. Yet they want solutions, and they're recommending solutions and demanding solutions, sometimes threatening violence if they don't get their way. But they don't even understand the problem. They don't even understand how these markets work. And this is the real tragedy here, is not the debt. It's that these people didn't actually receive an education in exchange for the debt. That's the problem. Here you have teachers, institutions, guidance counselors, people in the student loan offices, all these people who, in many cases, simply defrauded these students. Told them they have to get a degree to be successful, to make money, they have to do this, they have to do that. Misled them into thinking degrees in certain things, i.e., gender studies, would be useful or gainful when they are not at all. They, get a degree in gender studies, and the day after you graduate, you're going to be a barista. I mean, that's how it is. There's no jobs there for you in that field. So, these people were lied to consistently, told if they take on this debt, it's the key to a magical, successful life, and it's just not. That's not the key. That's not how you do it. Yet, these people are not mad at the ones who lied to them. They're mad at innocent people because innocent other people who didn't buy the lies won't pay their bills. I mean, that's the essence of this whole thing. They're not mad at the people who lied to them. That's just remarkable. Because the people who lied to them also lied to them about who's responsible for their predicament. That is these other people who won't give them jobs or won't do this or won't do that. And those people are selfish and those people are greedy and blah, 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 blah. No, you made a mistake. You bought a lie. You invested your time and money in something that was not necessarily worthwhile. But it's so much easier to fool people than convince them they have been fooled. And so now they hate and blame all these other people who are not at all a part of that decision or a part of that process, and expect these other people who are not part of that process or decision to ante up the cash to cover their bills. I mean, that about it? About where we're at with this whole debt discharge thing? Is that not the entire argument? Well, it's better for society if you discharge my debt. Well, your debt's not going to be discharged. Your debt's going to be transferred to someone else. And this goes back to not understanding collateralization or rehypothecation. They don't understand that debt has, in most cases, been used to collateralize other debt. You can't just wipe the debt away. That debt has to be paid, or we're going to see something like we saw in 2008 with these pyramiding debt schemes collapsing when something goes bad. You can't just take $1.5 trillion in student debt and wipe it off. It has to be paid by somebody, or you will see horrible events occur in the financial markets. So who is it they want to have pay for it? Well, everybody else. Well, everybody else didn't take the debt on. Everybody else didn't get the advantage, whatever there was, to that gender studies degree or whatever you got. Now look, I'm not saying that it's a bad idea to borrow money to go to college. That could be a good idea. Let me tell you what, you go to get a degree in chemical engineering, you're going to get hired quickly and you will probably make a lot of money and you will do well. But you go get a degree in gender studies, English literature, French poetry, whatever that may be. Yeah, you're not going to be qualified to do much for anybody. Now, it may be that you're a more enlightened person and you're smarter and you're better rounded, and those aren't bad things. But you know what? You're not going to make any money from it. Now, if you understood that going in, I'm not going to make any money from it, that's fine. But if you got a degree knowing you weren't going to make any money from it, don't come later and expect other people to pay. That's just wrong. Again, right? The basic question, do you believe all men are created equal with the same natural rights? If the answer to that is yes, you cannot then come back in any good conscience and argue others should labor on your behalf. And paying your debts is simply arguing other people should labor on your behalf. No. No. If somebody wants to help you out pay your bills, that's awesome. They want to volunteer to do that, offer to do that. That is wonderful. That is generous. Reaching in their own pocket to help another person is a noble thing to do. Using force and violence to compel other people to pay your bills is a despicable thing to do. And that's what this is. So, let's just be honest here. Let's move past the tripe. So, thank you for tuning in. Go look up Auto Chicks and the Nobles Financial Network on Facebook. And look up my book on Amazon, Our Dogs Did Not Bark, a Politically Incorrect Dystopian Tale. And thank you for tuning in. Please like, share, invite your friends, subscribe to the channel. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.